Atlanta is the city with the highest number of black millionaires in America.
Beautiful day to make some money.
It's also home to some of the biggest names in music, including rappers like Lil Baby, Future, 21 Savage, and many more. It's where legendary brands like Coca-Cola and Chick-fil-A got started. For years, people have called it the Black Mecca because almost every black person here seems to be making it big.
I became a millionaire officially at 22.
Wow. What would you say is the biggest deal you've done in the real estate space?
4.5 million now.
In Atlanta, it can be seen and shown, and the access to these black millionaires is a very close proximity. We can touch another millionaire, which is odd.
As the African discovering the world, I had to come to Atlanta to see why this city is unlike any other place in America. During my time here, I'll be speaking to successful black entrepreneurs, exploring the food, and visiting the city's most iconic spots. Let's begin. So guys, my first time in Atlanta. What's up? You know, I have to do like all those people that live here. That's what they used to do. Type shit. One of the first things I noticed in Atlanta was the trees everywhere. Unlike most major cities where concrete dominates, Atlanta feels like a city inside a forest.
Atlanta is actually famously known as a city in a forest. Why? Because 48% of the city is covered in trees. Obviously, that helps with air quality. That helps with it not feeling as hot as it technically could be.
Guys, it's so cold out here today in Atlanta. Just to show you, this is water coming out from this drain, and it has literally frozen here. The weather is so cold, my hands are freezing. Guy, what do you think about the weather today?
Well, you know soft today.
It's crazy, man. While researching for my visit to Atlanta, one thing stood out, the fact that it's often called the Black Mecca.
The Black Mecca.
The Black Mecca.
Atlanta continues to hold on to its title as the Black Mecca.
That's not just a nickname. It's a reality, as Atlanta is one of the only cities with more successful black entrepreneurs, professionals, and leaders than anywhere else in America. As soon as my day started, I knew I had to find an answer to the question of what makes Atlanta the Black Mecca.
There's a lot of people doing it big in Atlanta, bro. Like, I haven't been anywhere where you see this amount of black success so apparent. Dantes Akram, 26 years old now, father of 2 daughters, beautiful kids. So I started off with clothing. Like, I was selling do-rags and bonnets in my hometown. Eventually, I started growing that brand. We hit 6 figures in I think it was like 16 or 18 months. I started realizing I actually have power as far as how I was marketing myself and me and my daughter. She was the reason we went viral. She was the reason the business even took off like that. So I started a clothing brand called One Love. I gave her 50% ownership. Oh, okay. And the meaning behind it is my daughter is my one love, you know, I do everything for her. I had a kid at 18, so it was everything just hit me. And I'm just this is my everything, so I'm gonna do everything I can in my power for my last name to make sure she's straight. Then we moved to Atlanta, and it's been up since.
When did you launch the clothing brand? 19, yeah?
Yeah, so I started my do-rag brand at 18, about 19 and a half, going on 20. I had about 100K liquid in the bank. So numbers-wise, my brand, when we first started off, we hit 100K in the first 4.5 months. So I was selling cars as well on the side of all my businesses. And then that's when I went full-time, and I was like, all right, I'm making more money than a job could pay me. And then that's when I got a lot into the stock market and crypto. So I became a millionaire officially at 22.
Wow.
Yeah, so you gotta think a 3.5 year span, but it felt like forever because I'm living it day to day. So now we've generated over $5 million across crypto, stocks, do-rags, and clothing.
What up, bro? What up, my brother? Nice to finally meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to America.
What would you say is the biggest deal you've done in the real estate space?
I think it's only about 4.5 million now.
So how did you get started in the real estate space?
Here's what really happened. I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad at a young age. And then I also read Building Wealth by Russ Whitney, From Rags to Riches Through Real Estate. So those 2 books gave me the foundation dang, I do need to be in real estate because for one, even if you don't want to sell no one a property, if you just want to own property, you want to know the ins and outs about owning property. So why not get your real estate license? And if you think about it, you get your real estate license, now you can talk to any millionaire and billionaire because guess what they need? Real estate.
Real estate, true. When it comes to Atlanta, generally everybody says Atlanta is the only state in America that has the highest amount of black millionaires. Why do you think it's like that? If that statement is true?
Well, I feel like it is true, honestly, because I've been living here almost 20 years. And where I'm from, you don't see black people driving fancy cars. But here, it amazed me to see so much activity and so many people moving. And not only that, the police being black, the mayor being black. Here, you can be successful with only doing business with our people.
In Atlanta, it can be seen and shown, and the access to these black millionaires is a very close proximity. You can touch another millionaire, which is odd. In most cities, I can't meet P. Diddy or Jay-Z, but I can meet Jermaine Dupri, I can meet bigger stars in all light down the street. They could be going to your local restaurant. So you have a certain aspiration in them to say, I can do the same thing you're doing.
Comparing here to other parts of America, what do you feel makes ATL different?
Atlanta pushes Atlanta. I would just say that's our blessing and that's our code of strength. As long as you do something that's of support and it's something that people can be proud of, they'll push you. You could be shining shoes. Atlanta will support you shining shoes as long as you're doing it properly.
No, you can do it.
I'm trying to see what y'all about to do, man. I may see you on TV someday. Let me get in the shot.
Nice to meet you,
Good luck, whatever y'all doing, man.
thank you. The people in Atlanta are nice, actually. Unlike many other cities in the US, black wealth here isn't an exception. It's the expectation. However, to understand why it's this way, I had to take a closer look at the city's history. And guys, it's just crazy to be walking around so much history in Atlanta. All around me here, everything around here is dedicated to Martin Luther King, who is a legend. He was one of the most important figures in the civil rights movement.
There will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship right.
You see, before this place became known as Atlanta, it was Terminus, just a small railroad crossing in the middle of Georgia. In the early 1800s, this land belonged to the Creek and Cherokee people, but as settlers moved in, they were forced out. By 1847, Atlanta was officially a city. It became the capital of Georgia and the business and cultural center of the South. Then came the civil rights movement. Martin Luther King Jr. and other leaders used the city as a base to push for equality, helping to end segregation and reshape America. Behind me is Martin Luther King's house. This is where he was born. Actually, we would have been able to go inside before, but they have this thing now. We can't go inside. I would have shown you guys what it looks like inside, but just check it out. I'm standing in front of the house of a legend.
They've tried to preserve like all of the houses in the neighborhood to kind of keep it exactly the same way it was back then. So what they do now is they fix them up. They've sold a bunch of them, but if you buy a house, if you buy any one of these houses, you kind of have to keep it exactly as it is. So a lot of people buy them, they rent them out and stuff,
Atlanta is a city built for business, and at the heart of this is real estate.
Appreciate you coming to Atlanta. You know, of course, I got to show you one of my luxurious properties that I got here in Buckhead. So this is one of my homes that's 4.5 million, sitting on 2 acres of land. And just watch this grand entrance, you know. I'm gonna let the videographer go in first. So this home was built in the 80s. My seller bought this property and did a slight renovation. And I'm gonna be pretty much showing you guys around.
Okay, cool.
All right. This office, pretty huge. It's actually the size of a bedroom. I love this form of dining room. The seller put the wallpaper up, chandelier. Woo! Here's the kitchen. You know, here's obviously where it goes down at.
Guys, check out the kitchen. Exactly. Kitchen has its own like sitting area, so where you can lounge and eat.
With a fireplace.
With a fireplace.
All right, so this is the master wing. They don't say master anymore. Do you know the reason they call it master suite was because
of slavery and stuff like that?
So I was supposed to say primary suite.
Yeah.
I done got so used to saying master. So.
Yeah. Ooh. This is where the magic happens.
Right, exactly. So we got 2 primary bathrooms.
Check out this bathroom.
Right. This is just one side. Look at that. The bathroom goes all the way through.
What? Yeah. It's like you can do track and run. Like you
exactly. His and hers bathrooms literally.
Yeah.
Because that one still had a shower. This one still got a stand-up shower as well.
Stand-up shower too.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, there's still more at the back.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen the back yet?
No, I haven't seen the back.
It's a pool and a tennis court.
Wow.
2 acres, all private, huge, bro.
How many bedrooms?
8 bedrooms.
8 bedrooms.
Yeah, but it's actually, it could be a lot more than that. A lot of rooms just been turned into other things, you know, game rooms and stuff like that. There's a salon in here. Did you see the salon?
No.
Yeah.
Atlanta's real estate is crazy right now and prices are climbing, but compared to New York City or LA, you're getting way more for your money.
For someone that spend 2, 3, 4, 5 million in New York, they can spend anywhere from 500,000 to $1 million here and get the exact same thing.
Really?
If not better. Actually better, because you don't even get no land up there.
True.
You ain't get no parking, all that. You're getting a lot, way more. You get trees, you get grass. I know New York ain't got a lot of that. And it's cleaner here.
Oh.
Like the streets are clean.
Yeah, I definitely saw that.
Yeah, man.
Most people want to live along the Beltline because 2 things happen. You can use scooters to get around, which means you can get to any part of the city without having to go into traffic, without having to drive.
Really?
You can walk, you can jog. Yeah, pretty much. If you're along the Beltline, you can get to anywhere in the city like super easy.
Wow.
And when I say this, I mean, obviously you're only seeing this small little
strip,
piece. So imagine this strip going all the way around
the city.
The city, yeah, like it's...
That's wild. As I walked along the Beltline with LD, I could see firsthand how this 22-mile loop had completely reshaped the city. What was once an abandoned railway is now one of the easiest ways to move around Atlanta, connecting entire neighborhoods, restaurants, parks, and businesses in a way that makes the city more walkable.
Welcome to Project Sims.
Yes,
this
bro.
is one of my recent projects. It used to be an old 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. I bought it at the time for $130,000 and I put in about 140 and then I renovated and did all the interior for like another 30K. So obviously there's still a few things I want to do. I want to put a fence, I want to finish up the driveway and things like that. But we basically turned what used to be a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home into now a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. By the time we're done, this house is actually appraised for $500,000, which is a nice return, you know?
Mado. The opportunities here are endless. Whether you're flipping houses, buying rental properties, or getting into commercial real estate, Atlanta is one of the few places where you don't need $1 million to get started.
The beautiful thing about America is capital is always readily available. If you have any kind of business project or prospect that you're exploring, it's real easy to get capital if you have the right information. And this is the reason why I started a mentorship. Like when I started doing it, I figured, you know what, this is something we can use to build a community. At least build up our own community. Yeah, there are a lot of people in IT, they're making 6 figures already.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking for opportunities to expand and do things or even get out of like 9 to 5.
9 to 5, yeah.
This is like one of the easiest ways. Yeah,
I think it's definitely key because when I'm looking at it, I'm like, if you're able to buy a property for 100, 200,000, fix it up with maybe like 150K or something like that. That's
maybe
like
sometimes 80K, 70K,
really?
Depending on the condition
of the building.
Yeah. And then at that point, you can get it to somewhere where it's in the 400s or 500s. What you would typically do in that scenario is you would refi, meaning you get a new mortgage, and then that new mortgage, use it to pay off your purchase and rehab. And now you have a little spread in between that you can pull out.
Oh, okay.
Now, the beautiful thing about what you pull out is it's mostly tax-free because you can't tax someone on a loan because it's still a loan. The new mortgage is a loan, right? So if you do a couple of those a year, you're in a position where you're able to not only hold on to the property, build wealth long term, but you're making a bunch of cash and stuff. And I try to encourage people to stay in and around Atlanta. You get, because this is really where the opportunity is.
Someone like me, like if I wanted to, because one of the things I like to do is also to get rental properties, but not for rent, but for Airbnbs.
Oh, nice.
What about stuff like that, like investments into apartments for Airbnbs?
Yes, that's definitely lucrative. I always recommend getting an Airbnb in one of the most popping cities, and Atlanta is a popping city in the country. So I actually had 5 Airbnbs here.
Oh, wow.
And the only reason I stopped because my real estate business was picking up so much, I couldn't focus on those few $100s a night versus, I mean, I'll make over 6 figures if I sell this, or when I sell.
When you sell it.
Exactly.
When, not if.
Exactly. It's
That's
power
what
in words. I think it was the cold out here that's making me mess my words up.
What's it like for you, like living here?
I would say it's like a lot of events, right? So that's the one thing I really like. So if you come here during the summer or even spring, like you got all these huge events that are going on and they're based around business. And this was the first time for me I was able to come around a lot of other people who are doing things. They might be in different industries, but they want to actively do something for themselves. And Atlanta is the heart of that.
So guys, right behind me is the famous Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
A lot of things go on here. They have concerts on here. They have like games on here, basketball games. Kanye did his concert here. So yeah, so one of the most iconic spots. It's really cool because the architecture and structure of it is like amazing.
Atlanta takes its sports seriously. Whether it's football, basketball, baseball, or soccer, the city shows up loud and proud.
World Cup is coming in 2026. People are excited about that. And usually when there's a big event like that, like just like when there was the Olympics, right? What tends to happen is people come to the city, they like the city, and then they stay or they move here. This is how Atlanta has been getting populated. In fact, the Nigerian community that is here, a lot of that Nigerian community came during the Olympics.
Really?
And then they stayed.
Where I am currently, this is the Sentinel Park. It was built in recognition of the Olympic Games that was played here some years back. And around it are many attractions that a lot of people who are coming to Atlanta for the first time always come to see. There's the Georgia Aquarium, which is the biggest aquarium in the United States. It has like different types of big ass fishes. Just opposite it is the world of Coca-Cola, which is a museum that was dedicated to the founding of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola was founded in Atlanta. That's Coca-Cola that everybody's drinking today. Started out as a small drink. Apparently it was even a medicine back then, but interestingly, it has now become a big ass worldwide conglomerate, like a big ass company. Another example is Chick-fil-A, which started in the mall food courts. Today, it's one of the most profitable fast food chains in America. If you've ever had their chicken sandwich, you already know why. You guys serve jollof rice here, right?
Yes, please.
Do you serve Nigerian jollof rice or do you serve Ghanaian jollof rice?
Both.
Okay, so now which is better?
I'm gonna tell him right now it's Ghana jollof.
Why is it Ghana jollof?
No, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring 2 samples. I'm gonna tell you which one it is. I want you to let me know.
Okay, you bring 2 samples.
Yes,
okay, we'll do a sample test of jollof. We'll put this
this test.
This test.
There's no cheating. You just let me know which one it is.
Okay.
It's feeling your body.
So guys, I want to put this war
to rest.
To rest, finally.
Yes.
In front of me are 2 samples. I don't know which is which.
Yes.
But I know one is better than the other one. So I'm going to try the 2 and tell you which one is better.
Makes sense.
Hope it's not that 2 of them is the same thing, Sha.
You go no worry.
Okay. Let me even look at the texture.
Science.
This is the better one.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
No, I think you guys fake.
I'm very sure this is the better one.
There's something going on.
Which one is that? Where is this from?
That was from.
Where is this from? Tell us, where is it from?
I think Niger. I could be mistaken.
You think Niger or Nigeria? They look at me, that's the
Okay, it's from Nigeria. It's Nigeria. But the way he was going for water and air, not first bite.
No, this one was, it's even, I could feel it, like I felt like I was home.
You're home, yeah.
You tell me
this was the difference.
Yeah, you tell me why you're feeling like that one.
No, this just felt like this one was like. It was choking me, choking down. Oh, it's not bad. I eat Ghana jollof too, sharp. But I know that Nigeria is jollof, and it has been confirmed there. So stamps, they are going to put this video and add it to their collection.
Y'all come inside and let me know which one is better, because this is biased, man. We've been here for about 12 years now. Setting up business in Atlanta is rewarding and also stressful. Okay. I think the rewarding side is that you're doing it with your own community, you're building relationships with people, you're seeing the city actually grow, and being Black entrepreneurs is something that Atlanta invites a lot. Me and my family members, there's 5 of us, so everybody takes one arm of this operation and tries to pull their own weight a bit.
Okay, so it's kind of like a family business?
It's a family-owned business.
Oh, okay.
So right now, as we speak, maybe we have 4 of us here. Okay. But my mother is in Ghana at the moment. We have a hotel and the restaurant. So I know her mind is probably going up and down, but it's a blessing.
What has been the business like in terms of selling African food in America?
Yeah, I feel like African food in America, it was our point to strive to make it common. I think when you're here in America, eating Asian food, Mexican food, it's not a crazy situation. African food at the beginning, 12 years ago, it was a big deal. But as you see now, people are sitting at the bars, sitting at the restaurant, these tables, who aren't even African.
Yeah.
Our food is rich in culture. And if it's only us eating it, it doesn't make a lot of sense unless we push it to the rest of the world. And our culture and whatever we're doing in African culture, it goes music, food, and fashion. And I feel like Afrobeats as a music, as a culture, has been pushed forward.
Yeah.
Now the food right behind it. Now everyone else who's an entrepreneur, whether you're a content creator, whether you do fashion, you're up next. But just make sure that it's quality.
Go and try your luck. Test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer.
So guys, right here is the Trap City Cafe. And this was built by T.I. It's actually owned by T.I. And for a lot of people who don't know, a lot of Black hip-hop artists are actually from Atlanta. Behind me on the other side there is also the Hip Hop Museum. It's the first hip hop museum in America, I think.
Person, we accept cash, card, and tap to pay.
Alright, tap to pay.
The Trap Museum can best be described as where hip-hop lives and breathes. Walking in, the walls are covered in rap history, murals of Atlanta legends, and neon lights spelling out lyrics that shaped the culture.
On the back wall, all the famous trap babies, all right? Nicki Minaj is up there, Black Youngster, Kevin Gates and Pimp C, Gucci Mane, Gotti. Most of them on the wall have exhibits that feature them throughout the museum along with literature. So literature is everywhere throughout this museum. All right. Where y'all from, children?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Everybody here in North Carolina?
No, we're not. Well, I'm from here, but he's from Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Oh, you came a long way to see Grandma, but I am a popular person, all right?
You should slow down. It'd be so easy if I loving me. It can go on and on and on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You guys are currently at T.I. Studio, where the music is made.
I'll tell you, see this man right here? This is a founding father of Afro beats. This is the man that created the foundation of what we have today. This is LD the Don. And you see this guy at the back of this camera right here. Forget he's holding the camera out. Right. This man is one of the biggest YouTubers from Africa.
Period.
Let's leave it at that. Wow. He has traveled the world. He has shown us the emptiest country in the world. You understand? He has shown us, if you go on his channel, very educative. You get, if anything, this man right here, Tayo, Aina.
Shit, man. I appreciate y'all letting me in the space. I'm honored.
Hey, it's an honor to meet you.
You know what I mean?
It's an honor to meet you, yeah.
We're doing an Afrobeats project that's for only Afrobeats artists in the diaspora.
Interesting.
Yes, but we're gonna have like the big names too on the records. But you know, I'll be hosting the song and I'll have everybody on it. You know, we're following your footsteps. We're trying to change that narrative of you gotta go to Lagos before you can become a big Afrobeat artist. You could be an Afrobeat artist in Australia, in the UK, anywhere, as long as you have put in work on your grind. And Atlanta, a lot of people don't understand. The big A-list artists in America, they come out to Atlanta to chill. This is like a safe haven for every artist in the world.
I went to a club maybe about 4 months ago. I'm in the club, you know, girls were coming out and they were bringing the drinks and I had friends and everybody's having a great time. And then we hear on the speaker like, yo, Travis Scott just walked in. I'm like, then he walks in a section right behind us and I'm like, all right, that's Atlanta, right?
I've been to New York where the hustle never stops. I've been to Miami where the energy is loud, but Atlanta is just different.
This is my own thoughts about Atlanta. I feel like because of the amount of black people who are here and the amount of black rich people who are here, you don't feel that much of like you're a minority in the city. And also, Atlanta also provides a lot more opportunities for a lot of people in the black community.
Atlanta is the black mecca for a reason. But what stood out to me the most wasn't just the places, it was the people. Strangers welcomed me like family, and I also reconnected with old friends.
No, you funny as shit, bro. What's up, man?
My G!
How you been?
Seeing them grinding, building, and owning their success was just an entire wholesome experience.
Everyone moves to Atlanta for a reason. Everyone is moving here to better their lives. Everyone is moving here to take their business to the next level. So it's like a hub as well for young creators like myself to come and, you know, explore the opportunities. And there's gonna be a World Cup here very soon. You know, you never know what that will bring for, you know, businesses here and opportunities here as well.
If you come here to chase the dream, Atlanta will give you the space to make it real. But if you're not ready to keep up, this city would leave you behind.
The problem in Atlanta also too, we have a lot of distractions. Some of the best food is in the strip club.
Oh really?
But yeah, some of the best wings, Magic City, you go and eat those wings, you enjoy them. The best steaks are in other places. I don't want to say too much, but that's where we're at. And the thing to where you can go there for food, but also you can get trapped by something else going on. So in Atlanta, wherever you go, downtown, what they say, we're here in Gwinnett here, but they always say once you go over that bridge, going into the city, just know that you're going to scatter yourself.
It's easy to get caught up with what everybody else is doing. So like when you see your friend get a new car and you're making good money, you instantly want to go get a new car. Or you instantly want to go upgrade and level up. And I'm not saying those things are bad, but when you do them prematurely, you actually setting yourself up for a worse scenario in the future. So it's like that delay in that gratification. It is like when you come to Atlanta, that's one thing you got to keep in mind. Where your finances are, you can't operate how everybody else operate. You know what I mean? Like you might be in the club with your friends and he might drop 10,000 in the club right then and there. You may not be able to do that, but you trying to fit in with everybody else. Now you're doing something that has you in an uncomfortable position for the next 6 months.
As a black person in America, what do you think is one of the things that holds black people back? And what would you say can be done to change that?
I think negative mentality, primarily for everyone, not reading enough books. If you really think about it, the difference between all of us is our mental and our actions.
True.
So as long as you download the right information into your brain and take the right action, you can't help but be successful.
The biggest reason I feel like a lot of black Americans aren't seeing success is it has to be excuses, man. Like we always focused on reparations and what we deserve. And it's like the last time I checked, I don't remember you picking anything. Last time I checked, I don't remember you being whipped. I don't remember that. You don't even know where your last name lineage leads to.
True.
So it's like, do you really deserve anything? No.
There's no excuse, in my opinion, why you shouldn't have some money in your pocket or at least going out to get some money on a daily basis. And it's also believing in yourself. What people need to understand is, and this is a fundamental law, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
Stay pure with everything that you do. Keep your head down. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about what everybody else think of you. You know what I mean? The only person judgment that matters is yourself, and stop seeking reassurance from everybody else. Because like at the end of the day, none of their opinions ever matter of you. The only opinion that matters is your own. So, you know, walk how you walk in life.
I hope watching this video was just as worth it for you as making it was for me. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.